There are decades when nothing's happened, and then there are weeks when decades happen. And certainly the weeks following the 24th of May, we've seen huge changes in us. South Africa has changed. There is renewed hope, a sense of optimism, but the reality is that our future is not yet secure as a country. And much now depends on the government of national unity. If it succeeds, South Africa succeeds. But if it fails, frankly, everything is in peril. Our economy, our security, and indeed our constitution itself. If the RET faction of the ANC, EFF, and MK and their small party proxies find their way to come together, South Africa will face an existential crisis. If that doomsday scenario comes to pass, there's every reason to be concerned that the 2024 election could be South Africa's last free and fair election. And I think it would have been a special kind of treason to simply sit back and hand the country over to the people who would destroy it. But now that we're in government, our responsibility is to now meet the challenge of the hour and to help turn South Africa around. And so we have made a very clear strategic choice. Our single priority is economic growth and job creation. Growth and jobs. I'll say it again. Growth and jobs. We know what the problems are in South Africa. It's now time to get down to fixing them and getting things done. The time for talking has to come to an end, and the time for doing has to start. And our first instinct inside the GNU, an approach to managing matters inside the GNU, will always be to find common interest and common ground in order to put South Africa first. But I want to also be clear that what we will not do is to shy away from conflict when we are confronted with serious and lasting damage to our country or its constitution or the things that underpin our democracy. And I think it is important, particularly in this new environment that we find ourselves in, and the new era of coalition politics, that conflict over policy in a multi-party government like the GNU is normal and indeed is necessary in a democracy. It happens in coalitions the world over. It's not unique to South Africa, and it is a feature of coalitions. And so the DA will not crash the government unless the government is crashing the economy or trashing the constitution. And I think we are going to see a far more rapid implementation of the reforms that are required in South Africa by President Ramaphosa having now a team of people around him who are absolutely committed to ensuring that we drive the reform agenda, we get the economy working, we create jobs, and we fight poverty. And he has no better ally in this fight than the Democratic Alliance. In conclusion, and to those who want more of what the DA is doing in the GNU, I have a simple message. With more votes, we can do more. Within our council, within our metros, our provinces, or nationally, the DA can only do more with your support. So strengthen our hand, and together we can strengthen the country. Thank you very much.
DA at Work, rescuing South Africa.